The article I read about the previous encounter with the Farman had an anonymous link at the bottom. As I wanted to explore deeper into this mysterious story, I decided to click the link, which led me to an image. While I was investigating this image, I saw a specific line of text on the edge of the screen. It was another link. I put the link in my browser and ended up on another article with the title, "I Want Out." Now, this article seemed to be hidden from the public eye, as it only had 2 views, so my curious self started reading. Beginning seemed normal. Two siblings had recently bought Minecraft and had created a new survival world together. They had played on it for around 2 weeks and had now gathered pretty good loot. The first sibling had a diamond sword and the second one was using an iron axe. One day, one of the siblings suggested downloading a mod on the survival world to make the game more interesting and harder. They browsed the internet for about 2 hours trying to find the perfect mod for their world until they ran into a Reddit post claiming to have found the best mod for survival worlds. The Reddit post had a link to the website Modrent, which was known to be a good modding website for the Minecraft community. The only interesting part about this was the person who posted the mod on Reddit was going by the name Jacob Sterling. Two siblings downloaded the mod being completely oblivious to the fact they could have downloaded some serious malware. Besides that, the two siblings loaded up Minecraft with the mod and started playing again. They were trying to figure out what the mod was about. When they downloaded it, it had no explanation to what it adds to the game. The siblings played on the world for about a couple of hours until it was 12:30 p.m. when their mother told them to get off the game. It was time to sleep. As they were closing Minecraft, one of the siblings saw something in the distance, but he shrugged it off as it was probably because he was tired. The following day, only one of the siblings got on the world. He only played for around 25 to 30 minutes, but while he was playing, he noticed that his base was covered with black and red blocks. He thought his brother was trolling him and didn't think much of it. The following days, both siblings kept encountering weird things happening to their world, like trees being on fire but not spreading, random blocks being changed with black and red blocks, weird sounds playing out of nowhere. The two siblings came to a conclusion that this was the mod they had downloaded and thought it was a horror mod that messes with people's world, but they were about to face the harsh reality of this mod. These weird sightings and problems kept happening to their world, but they still thought it was part of the mod. Later that evening, they got bored and decided to watch YouTube. Well, only one of the siblings. The other continued playing. While one of them was watching YouTube, he ran into a video suggesting to try going to the famous Farlands. The sibling got intrigued by this and told his brother, "Let's go to the Farlands." The very interesting thing about this video was that once again there was a mention of the name Jacob Sterling, as the account who uploaded the video was called that. Doing more research into this, I found that the account Jacob Sterling doesn't even exist on YouTube. Going back to the article, the two siblings decided to go on an adventure of finding the Farlands, after walking over 12 million blocks until they finally reached the beginning of the Farlands. Two siblings were very shocked at seeing this Minecraft phenomenon, as they had never seen it before until randomly a chat message popped up saying, "Jacob Sterling has joined the game." The two siblings got very confused as they were playing on a LAN world where no one else could join until they were on the same internet connection. One of them typed in chat saying hello. No response. They tried again, no response, until a weird chat message popped up saying, now I put this into a Morse code decoder and the output said "run far away." The siblings didn't understand this, but as they were pretty terrified, they decided to leave the world. Now after this incident happened, they didn't join the world for over 2 weeks. After a few weeks passed, one of the siblings decided to join the world, only to see all their hard work was gone, like it was never there. He claimed that he was back at his base, but nothing was there except one lonely sign saying, "I warned you." Then his Minecraft crashed, but before it crashed, he managed to get a screenshot of what he saw in the world. From my point of view, it looks like a black figure with empty, soulless red eyes. The sibling reported to have said that after that incident, he also saw the same figure on a public Minecraft server, but he wasn't fast enough to capture a screenshot. After the previous incident, both siblings decided to log back into their world. Their goal was to find what was happening to their world. As they both tried ritual after ritual and tried many other ways to find a solution to what was happening, nothing seemed to work out, until randomly the chat goes off. Jacob Sterling has joined the game. They typed in chat asking who he was and why he was messing with their world, but he didn't say anything back until he typed both of the siblings' full government names. Nathan Blakely and Richard Blakely. Both of the brothers were utterly confused to how he knew this until randomly Nathan's screen went black, but he hadn't left the game. He was teleported somewhere. It was an empty grey room with nothing but a screen that was showing the POV of what Jacob Sterling was doing to Richard. Jacob Sterling teleported Richard somewhere. And that was it. Nathan had no idea what was happening, and he couldn't ask his brother who was sitting next to him because his neck was stuck in one place. He couldn't look over, he could only look at his screen. He couldn't speak either. While Richard was teleported into a red room where Jacob Sterling revealed to him who he really was and what was his intent. Jacob Sterling said, "I used to be a young boy like you, but my curiosity killed me." He further said, "I once myself decided to go look for the Farlands, but I only found something that would ruin the rest of my life." He said he wasn't Jacob Sterling anymore, or the Master 402, that he was a being who had been taken over by something. Then he started attacking Richard, but he wasn't really attacking, but he was transferring all his evil into Richard so he could finally rest. Few hours went by, Richard returned back to his base, and then Nathan got teleported back. They both were terrified and decided to hop off. Next morning when Nathan woke up, he saw that his brother was already playing. But he noticed something strange about him. He wasn't speaking or saying anything, and he wasn't playing on their world, but either was spectating their world from a weird, empty grey room. Nathan decided to play it off like he didn't see anything and just joined the world. He played normally until his brother messaged in chat saying, "Subscribe." Okay, no, he didn't say that, but why don't you subscribe? I'm really close to 6k subs, and I'd really appreciate it if I hit 6k subs. And by the way, if you're down there, if you want to be a part of a future video or be a part of the ZDG community, why don't you join my Discord server? Links in the description. Let's get back to the article, saying, "How powerful do you think you are?" Nathan thought this was out of the ordinary and replied back saying, "Stronger than you." Nathan's game started glitching out. He kept seeing images of his brother's skin on screen, but his skin was different. It looked like it was being taken over. He was being turned into the new Farman. Then poof, Nathan was gone. Not in the game, in real life. Nathan had been sucked into the game as his own skin. The new Farman tortured him in the game, beating him and stabbing him, and Nathan could feel it like it was happening to him in real life. The Farman then teleported him in the same grave room where that one lonely screen was. It was playing a flashing background with the words, "I warned you," over and over again. 12 years have passed and Nathan has not been found. Some claim that he has never actually left the game and is still in there. Others claim he disappeared, but only his brother Richard knows, or should I say, the Farman. Now I had to do some digging of my own, as this literally made no sense to how someone could have fully experienced this incident until it was someone who had it happen to them or someone who caused it. After this article finished, there was a line of code. Morse code. After I put it through a decoder, it said, "Written by Richard Blakely / Farman." This entire article was written by Richard, the one who caused the disappearance of Nathan, and he is probably still corrupted by this evil Farman, and Nathan is still probably stuck in that one room watching the same thing over and over and over again.